Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the finale for the Tier 1 boys for Season 14. We are racing at is one of the most historic tracks on the grid, and it should be a very, very good race. Of course, Ugoni has already wrapped up the title, as you know, Ugoni does after about 4 races, but it is not settled for P2 yet, as I believe Chris Bailey currently sat in P2, and Saviour only 25 points behind him, so anything can happen here today. I am joined tonight by a pretty standard common voice, very well known in MRC. It is Monster. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Oh, you think last race, you don't think I would have been here for it, boys? You've got another thing coming.
He's here for more or less every race.
You'd miss me if I wasn't here.
Absolutely we would.
But I can't think of a better track to finish the season off with.
Honestly, no. I can't. Oh, Chris Bailey, you're out on Inters. Why are you doing this to me?
He's doing a tribute to his old teammate.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Ant. So, who have we got on a lap? It will be Bergen, I think, is going to be first. So here he comes. Let's do a lap on board with Bergen out of the final corner, and you want to have as much power as possible. He's on Inters as well. Oh, I'm not riding on board with you, Bergen. Go away.
Chris is...
And then it's Chris. So I think, actually, the first proper lap... Is that Dumbest Hornet? It's Dumbest Hornet. We'll ride on board with Dumbest. Well, I don't think I've ever done that.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm looking forward to this, believe me. So here we go, round the final chicane. Get on the power as soon as possible. You want to be carrying as much speed down here as possible. Turn 1 is completely flat on this game. There is a bump that you want to avoid, if possible, on the run to turn 1. Then you're going to brake about 100 meters down to 3rd gear. Get it nice and close to the apex. Pull out wide and then pull it back in close. He was a little bit wide for the apex there, but not too bad. And get on the power as soon as possible. Very easy to spin it there, so you do need to be careful, but you want to carry as much pace as possible down the DRS straight. Then you're going to brake super late, just about 50 meters down to 4th gear. Carry as much speed as possible. Then down to 3rd through left field. On the power as soon as possible. Again, very easy to spin, but you want to be carrying as much speed as possible on the exit. Then we're going to come down to Cops, which again on this game is a completely flat corner. Most people will downshift from 8th to 7th. Then we've got the Baggots and Beggots complex, 8th, and down to 7th, and down to 6th, and down to 5th. And get on the power as soon as possible, once again onto the DRS straight. All the way down to the corner, which I currently can't remember what it's called. Stowe, thank you. I knew you'd know. Down to about 5th gear, although Dumbest Hornet takes it in 6th, so that's very ambitious there. About 100 meters into the final complex. Oh, we took that very nicely on the first section. Oh, and he spun it. That wasn't looking like a bad lap for Dumbest Hornet. I'm very disappointed that he spun it.
It wasn't, but... It was looking at a very decent lap, but it was unfortunate he lost it at a club corner.
Yeah, again, that's just... It's such an easy place to lose the car on this game.
Go again. Oh, hopefully not going. From Saviour goes to pole.
Ooh, 27.4. Oh, and a 27.3 from Reese. This is going to be very tight at the top, I think, because, of course, there is no Ugoni today.
Reese is doing something that Max Verstappen can't do at the moment, and that's hold a provisional pole position. And
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah. Our viewership just went down by about 5 people.
But we must thank the unsung heroes for this Formula 1 season.
Absolutely. Oh, and Nev H into P3. That's a very nice lap.
Some say he was a duck that was quite gassy.
I've heard such things, yeah. Yeah.
But no.
Oh, Jules!
27.4.
Just pitching it into P1. It is close at the top. 27.3, 27.3, 27.4, 27.5, 27.5.
Yes, the unsung heroes of F1 this season. Leeds United.
Oh, God, yeah.
No, I'm actually being nice because ever since Max took that picture with the shirt, he hasn't won a race yet.
Yeah, yeah, and the sale of Leeds shirts has gone significantly down as well.
I think in the Bailey household, I think.
And in the Pratt household.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
I'm not buying a football shirt with that trash on it.
Can't you just buy it and just put some masking tape over it?
Oh, but that, I mean, I say that won't look good. It wouldn't look good with the Red Bulls on it. So, you know, there's no winning, really.
Lesser of two evils.
Yeah, I guess. It's just a no from me. I'm just going to stay away from a Leeds shirt this year.
No, fair enough. I can understand that.
Maybe I'll take my Leeds United shirt money and buy an F1 shirt this year.
Ooh, nice choice. But I am having a quick look down the grid, and I see, speaking of Max Verstappen, a fellow, one of his countrymen, Mr. G-Star Snipes, is getting ready for a lap.
And Era Voice is just finishing. Also a fellow countryman. He goes to P6.
Ah, G-Star's teammate too.
Very nice lap from Era Voice there. Let's see what G-Star can do.
Ooh, Rosa Sky's retired.
Oh, he's crashed.
Think on the outside of Cops. Yeah, I think he's probably clipped the curve a little bit.
Very easy to do. Again.
It is. It is on there, but there's a nice little run through the village loop there for G-Star.
28.2 first sector, not bad.
Coming through the old start-finish straight.
Got a very nice run through Luffield, to be fair.
It is. I remember on the old some of the old versions of the track when the grid was just like round the corner and you couldn't see the lights when if you qualified bad.
Yeah. Similar to Las Vegas in the modern era.
Ah, yes. That track's growing on me a bit more now.
Oh, I'm so glad. I still hate it.
Very nice middle sector for G-Stars.
He's very low on ERS, though, so he will be suffering for speed through this sector.
Yeah, but it's lucky it's all the longest straights are all done now for the lap.
Well, yeah.
He's just got to navigate one of the cash apps, I think, ahead of him.
He is. 28.5. Not a bad little lap for G-Star.
Not terrible. Let's see who that cash app was. It was Bailey.
Is he actually on a decent set of tyres now? Yeah, set of medium tyres. Oh, Red! Hello! 27.2!
Where did that come from?
Mar's like, you haven't promoted me, and I'm going to show you why you're wrong.
He was very quick in Tier 2.
Armar is an absolutely fantastic racer. Me and him end up together on track more times than any other racer I've ever known in this league. He's just always there.
And I won't lie as well, even if he is probably listening to the stream, he's been helping me the last couple of weeks, and he's been a very nice human to, very nice person to speak to as well. So.
Oh, he's a lovely guy. He's a 10 out of 10 guy in this league, and now I'm done being nice about him, because if he is listening, then I've got a reputation to maintain, you know?
I thought you only give that to one of the Aston Martin drivers, didn't you?
No. No, absolutely not.
As Mr. Bailey comes through the last few corners to get his lap done on the medium, see what he's going to get.
25, 26. This is going to be a very good lap. That's vile. He really could. That is a vile, incredibly quick lap on mediums.
It is, and I think what has he got in the tank if that's the medium run?
Yeah. I mean, the delta at this track, I have noticed, isn't ridiculously huge.
No, but The main issue with this place is the pit lane speed limit.
Yeah.
It's atrocious.
And it's a long old pit lane.
It is. You lose so much time on a green flag pit stop here.
You really do. Well, Fox is about level with his previous lap. Can he find any time in the final sector? Here he comes. Looks like a very nice entry to the final complex.
What will the Fox say?
He gains a place on Bailey.
Still think there's a bit more to...
Calvin! By a millisecond, he goes ahead of Micromash.
1,000. Wow.
That is crazy close at the top.
Of course, there's a little bit more pressure for the Aston Martin drivers tonight. This is the team's home Grand Prix circuit.
Yes, indeed. Also the McLarens and the Williams.
And the Mercedes.
And
The majority of the grid.
Mercedes in the sense that they're factories in the UK, yes, but they are not a British company.
Oh yeah, no, nor is Red Bull.
No, theirs is the Austrian Grand Prix. 26.6 from Micromash. What a lap!
That's him just saying, okay, Ujoni's not here, I'm going to stake a claim, and you're going to have to watch for me next season, boys.
Absolutely. What a lap from him.
Just looks so confident in that car, he's flying.
Let's see what Era Voice can do as he comes through left field. Gets on the power very nicely.
Past the old start-finish straight.
Flat
through Cops.
All the way through Cops. Very nice.
He didn't drop to 7th, did he?
No, he just held it, to be fair.
Fair play to him, he's brave. The car's tracking a lot better than mine did through Maggots and Beckett.
Just under a 10th up on his time. Can he find some time in this final sector? Little bit of a lock-up into the final complex, but keeps it tidy. 27.8, he found 2/10 in the end.
Stays P11, no.
Not a bad little lap. He's currently the only one out of the pits. Oh, Chris Bailey's just come out on his softs.
Yeah, this is the Bailey the mega lap. He's gonna need it.
All Chris Bailey needs is 2 points to secure P2 in the championship.
But knowing Chris both as well as we do, he's gonna want to do it in style.
Oh god, yeah. He's gonna be aiming for a win here with no Ugoni.
It is going to be a free-for-all tonight. I've got a feeling it's going to be everyone's going to see, ooh, Joni's not here, let's stake a claim,
Yeah, absolutely. So here he comes onto his lap. Let's see what he can do.
No traffic in front of him.
Flat through the first corner.
Nice and planted through turns 2 and 3.
Ooh, very nice through there. How's it going to be at the end of the first sector? 27.7. That is a very good first sector.
Very planted through village as he's going
Keeps it very tight through left field.
It's a very mixed corner, that one, isn't it? You can take a lot of lines through there.
Yeah. Here he goes. Flat through Cops.
He had to drop the gear. He went down to 7th.
And here he goes through Maggots, Beckett, Chapel. Ooh, dropped 2 gears at once at Chapel. Still 3.5 tenths up.
Yeah, well, this put him. Tenths up would have put him into the early 27s.
If he can find a little bit more time here, he might just sneak into the 26s. Oh, he caught a little bit of curb on the way into that final complex. 26.9, very nice lap.
But I think our people behind him going to go quicker. This is why I wait a little bit, just to see what everyone else is going to do.
Yeah.
I am going to keep an eye on a certain Irish Mercedes in armor red for a little bit and see how this lap goes.
I've just jumped on board with him as well. Little bit of a lock-up, but kept it very tidy.
That Mercedes is looking planted. It's got some traffic up ahead.
27.6, that is a heck of a first sector.
He holds this right, he could be in there.
This is a very good looking lap so far.
He's just got to hope that traffic ahead of him, the Haas and the 2 Ferraris, and I think it's a Red Bull, doesn't mess up the rest of the lap for him. This could be a stonker.
Here he goes through Maggots. And Beckett. Oh, kicking Beckett! That's going to have ruined his lap! Yeah, he's 2 tenths down now.
Oh, lucky armor. It's going to hit the traffic. Very bad place.
Huge kick out of Beckett. There's no way he could get those 2 tenths back.
Nah, he's bailed.
That is so unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. The Ferraris are warming up as well.
Let's see what Calvin can do. Reese has retired.
I think he's lost it. He's lost it around the pit entrance, I think.
Bizarre place to lose it.
It is. Everybody's starting their last laps now.
27.7 first sector for Calvin. Holds fourth all the way around Luffield. Interesting.
I think Chris is having another go too.
I think he is.
Micromash is on another flyer too.
Oh, Calvin looked like he literally just kept that legal through cops.
10th up from Jules.
Three tenths up for Calvin.
This will be close with him and Micromash.
It's going to be so close.
He needs to have a very good stow, which he does.
Kept 6th around Stowe. Very nice. Here he comes. Through the final complex. This is going to be close. Gets the power down beautifully. What's he going to do? 26.8.
Oh. By a 10th, I think.
So close. Bailey finds another 10th and is only 8 thousandths off of Calvin.
I think Micromash might move the goalpost a little bit.
Oh, 26.4. Very nice lap. Fox got himself into P4. They're 27 dead. Oh, big kick for Jules.
Xavier got into P5 too. LRL P6.
And I think that's everyone because Bergen's not on a lap.
No, that is the end of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen.
So there you go. Micromash takes pole in lieu of Ugoni, followed by Calvin and Bailey. Fox having an amazing qualifying all the way up in P4, followed by Xavier, LRL, Nev, Armar, Jules, and Reese in P10, followed by Cowboy, G-Star, Bergen, Loppy, Iravoice, Kisa Soze, Anton, Sam Flan, Dumbest Hornet, and Rosa Sky. Well, we don't have a Ugoni, but we've still got some rapid times at the top there.
We have a race on our hands, I think, tonight.
I think it's going to be a very interesting race.
It is. It's going to be an interesting one. No, as you said, no Joni. It's anybody's.
No, absolutely. Bailey's in a good position up in P3 to make sure that he confirms that P2 in the championship. Saviour's got a lot to do if he wants any hope, but I can't see him outscoring Bailey by 25 points now, really.
Not unless there's a massive swing.
No, absolutely. So there you go, just another confirmation on how the grid will line up for today.
It's not a terrible one to qualify bad here. You can overtake it this place.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of DRS straights and nice wide sweeping corners that you can stick a nose in.
You can run wheel to wheel through this place.
Oh, you really, really can, yeah.
As real life F1 has proved to us a fair few times in the last few years.
Absolutely. I was having some great wheel to wheel action before my wheel decided to die.
I had an okay start, and then my Ferrari just went, nah.
I've had enough. Goodbye.
Yeah, you took me off the circuit. And then did it 3 times later on the team in the race, but let's not dwell on tier 2. Let's let's get the popcorn ready for tier 1.
Absolutely. It's looking very overcast.
Or as we British call it, a normal day.
Well, yeah, indeed. But could we potentially see more of a normal British day and a little sprinkling of rain?
Possibility. Has rained at this place quite a bit.
Well, yeah, indeed. Being Britain, it probably rains there most days. It's just whether or not the cars are there when it does.
Yeah. Although the first time I remember this race being a wet one was 98, I believe.
I'll take your word for it. I have nowhere near the encyclopedic knowledge that you do of F1.
It's not that good.
I know what my favourite race that I've ever seen at Silverstone is.
Which would that be?
Where Hamilton's tyre exploded on the final lap.
I remember that one, 2020, I believe.
That was hilarious. He was going to win by a country mile, and then his tyre just went, nope, not today.
It's also a track I've actually been looking to visit, this one.
The sun's going to come out, Steve says. Oh, Steve, why would you ruin it for us? Not that you're ruining it, you don't control the weather, but, you could have let me live in hope.
Oh, yeah. But, no, luckily I was lucky to actually get to the Grand Prix one year.
Do you know what? One day, I will make it to a Grand Prix. Although I do know that the cheapest Grand Prix you can go to is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, apparently.
That's a surprising one.
Apparently, tickets for the full weekend at Azerbaijan for the best seats you can get is only about 300 quid.
That's not terrible.
Even with flights, I'd say even with flights, you'd probably end up paying about the same that you'd pay for a decent stall in Silverstone.
That's fair. I was lucky I got general entry, so I was pretty much could pretty much go anywhere I wanted.
Just
really,
got very confused as the stream says it's T2. I changed that! Why didn't it change from tier 2? Monster, you can back me up here. Right before I went live, I said, oh, this is not tier 2, let's change it to tier 1.
I can confirm this is true.
The game is out to get me. I am innocent in this.
First time for everything.
Yep, no, 99.999% of the time, I will... This one time... I actually changed it.
Let me have a look at something quickly. 1 second.
This is really disappointing. Even when I do things right, I still do things wrong.
Oh, I know the feeling, don't worry.
Oh yeah, it's already getting sunnier. That's really disappointing.
It actually does say T2.
I know, I have checked. because I have the YouTube up on my phone so that I can communicate with the YouTube chat. And the game has just ignored me, disappointingly.
The YouTube universe.
The YouTube has attacked me.
How very dare it.
I know. I've done nothing wrong all night. First, my steering wheel assaults me and does the opposite of what it's supposed to do, and now YouTube gives up on me. I can't win tonight.
Don't worry, I know the feeling.
Technology is my enemy tonight.
It is for a lot of us.
Yeah. I even wore my Silverstone socks for the race tonight, because I was like, that's going to be my good luck charm. Turns out it's the exact opposite.
But, let's have a look and
Let's see what tyres people are on. Well, that's pretty unanimous. 90% of the grid are on mediums. Micromash, LRL, Reese, Cowboy, and Sam Flan have gone for softs. And Anton Demistornant have gone for hards.
Interesting split. And interesting that some people have started on the softs, because I went for the mediums in tier 2. Start with, and I went to the hard straight afterwards, but I don't know whether that was the right strategy, because I was in the party with a certain maestro from Middlesbrough, who we both know very well.
Yeah. Parmo Hodgie, yeah.
We were saying that the hards were absolutely dreadful, and had no traction. We had no traction on them at all whatsoever.
Do you know what? I can honestly say I have not done a single lap on hards on this track, on this game. Not a single lap.
They were terrible.
Good to know for future reference when we eventually get this track again. If we get this track again on this game, who knows? But I don't know how the softs last, to be honest.
I think there were about 12 or 13 laps.
So I mean, soft medium is pretty doable around here.
Yeah, I think it is. You think it could be? As Micromash comes around the last couple of corners to line up.
Like I say, after my DNF, I decided to log off immediately and play some Hogwarts Legacy. So you know.
No, I finished the race and just chilled before I came on here.
Yeah. That's not the worst camera angle I've ever had.
Are you literally looking at them askew just off the Hamilton straight?
I am directly above first, second, and third.
Yeah, I'm at the same camera angle.
I've definitely had worse, so I can live with this, you know?
It's quite a good shot, actually.
Yeah, it's not a bad shot for the start. I'd like to see the whole grid, but I'll take the top three. Here we go. We are about to get underway at Silverstone. It's 3 lights, it's 4 lights, it's 5 lights. And we are away! And it's a very good start for It's a very good start for Calvin. No, Micromash has managed to stay ahead. Chris Bailey didn't get one of his cheaty starts today. LRL already sending it on Reese Whitcomb, but can't get the move done. Having said that, he's still there. And Reese Whitcomb got stuck behind Nev. Oh, LRL is still there. Can he get the send on Neville into... No, he can't. He's backed off before there.
Calvin's got to the lead.
He has got to the lead. Very nice start from Calvin.
He got it around just a little bit past...
LRL is still there. Nev's coming back.
Chris is looking at Micromash. He's through. Micromash has dropped 2 places. Bit of contact, I think.
There's so much happening on track in this first lap. It's hard to keep up.
It is. Oh God, there's people going wheel to wheel through Maggotts and Beckett's. Are you mad?
LRL got past Fox through Maggotts and Beckett's. Oh my goodness.
Looking like Reese is pushing the McLaren through.
Here comes... No, Nev's not going to make it. Reese is there as well. Is anyone going to send it into Stone? No, they're not. Reese sends it a bit on Nev.
Micromash has got one of the places back.
We're going to stick with Nev for a minute because him and Reese are still side by side. But I think Nev has got ahead to stay now.
Have you got a voice left after that first lap?
Not much. That was an intense first lap, and Saviour's right on the back of Bailey now, but it's just one long DRS train at the moment.
It's again, it's like the never-ending story. Chris and Saviour on track again.
Yeah. The only non-DRS gap we've got is Sam Flan to Jules.
Micromash going wheel to wheel with Calvin just around left field.
And gets through.
He does,
But Calvin will say, you go ahead, because I've got a DRS straight coming up, so you picked the wrong moment, sir.
Yeah, I think he did, as Saviour is getting swamped by the Cash App team of Chris and LRL at the moment.
Oh, LRL's round the outside, and that's twice he's made moves through Maggots and Beckett.
That's not a normal overtaking spot there.
You are quite
brave.
correct, sir. That is very brave.
That is insane.
Oh, contact between Saviour and LRL. I don't think Saviour got any damage, so we're fine.
And I don't see any damage on the Haas either, because I thought I saw a bit of contact with Micromash on the first lap, but the car's fine.
Micromash is opening a bit of a gap now.
He is. Calvin's not going with him at the moment. In fact, I think Chris is getting closer to him.
I think he is. Can Micromash open up the gap before the detection zone? I don't think he can. Ooh, maybe. It's going to be close. Calvin did get DRS.
Which is key, because I think if he didn't get it, he'd have been under attack from Bailey.
But if Micromash can have a really good left field, Calvin may be out of luck, and he does. He's teetering on the edge of holding on to that DRS.
He needs to get it, otherwise he's going to be in trouble down the hanger straight.
He really is.
Fox and Reese looking like they're having round number 15 in about 3 laps.
Oh, Reese gets a very good exit out of Cops.
Is he going to go with... No, thinks better of it, backs
Fox
out.
holds on. And Fox has a very, very good run through Maggots and Beckett.
I think Reese is going to come under attack as well from Nev behind him and Armar Red.
Here comes Chris, who gets ahead of Calvin up into P2. It's all happening in these first few laps here tonight.
It's been an action-packed. You just don't think this is the last race.
No, absolutely not.
I think they've all calmed down. Chris is slowly starting to get away from Calvin, but I think Calvin will still get the DRS, but I think he's going to have to worry more about LRL behind him.
Yeah.
Because that other Cash App is closing up quite nicely.
Yeah, LRL is making those softs work brilliantly.
He is. I think Calvin may have... No, I think he's going to... LRL's going to back out, and I think he's going to wait for the hanger straight a little bit longer straight around the end of the lap.
Oh, but Reese got past Fox at some point.
He did. Reese is going to try and get on the back of...
I have to say, LRL is just looking so racy today.
That car's looking like it's on rails.
It really is.
I'm a bit envious. I wish I could have had that set up on my car.
Honestly, same.
Although he's
Oh,
going around the
LRL had a look!
He did try to go around the outside of Stowe, which is doable here.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Oh, little twitch from the Red Bull.
Yeah. But otherwise, we're kind of maintaining status quo for the most part around here.
We are, yes. Micromash is still, 1.5 seconds clear of Chris. He's got half a second to Calvin, another half a second back to LRL. Saviour's still in that party, and I think Reese is joining up now, and I don't think it's going to be too long before Fox Neville and Armar in the other Ferrari might join in this party too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a DRS train from Bailey down to Kisa, basically.
It's about another 12 cars that are separated there, and then you've got the break there, and then Ants bringing up the next group.
Yeah, absolutely. Although Fox seems to be struggling a little bit because he's just fallen out of Reese's DRS.
He has, but I think he should be able to catch it back up a little bit.
He's looking very, very strong through Maggots and Beckett, to be fair.
Yeah, it's very placid there, Aston Martin.
Still just outside the DRS, but he may be able to pull it back.
Armour's trying to have a look at Neville,
but can't quite get the move done this lap.
No, that gap is holding at the moment between Micromash and Chris, but I'm just wondering when the tyre offset's going to hit him.
Well, I wonder, is Micromash really pushing, or is he now in tyre preservation mode?
I'm not sure, but he's pulling another 10th out at the moment.
He has. Maybe he is still really pushing, in which case I'd give it maybe 3 or 4 laps before the tyre offset really comes to Chris Bailey's favour.
Yeah, it's going to be up around there, but I think as well, looking at it, if there was to be a certain person decide to join the race now, they might be able to try and get the hearts to the end.
Oh, Saviour sends it upside in Cops on LRL. Can he get the move done? They're going too wide through Maggots and Beckett. Through goes Saviour. Oh no, LRL is still there. No, Saviour gets the move done.
How did that not end up in a crash? I don't know. And Reese is taking advantage.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for LRL. By allowing the room that Saviour needed, he has lost out.
It's very opportunistic from Reese.
And I'll tell you who this has helped is Fox, who's suddenly right back in the DRS.
Yep, and he's bringing along that McLaren and the party with him.
That's exactly what Fox needed at this point in the race.
Great to bring them back together.
Absolutely. Calvin's still holding on to the back of Bailey very nicely, to be fair.
He is. Bailey still hasn't dropped Calvin out of that DRS gap yet.
Reese seems to still have some good pace on those softs, mind.
He does. It's actually quite impressive they're getting them to last this long.
Yeah.
Especially with the cars being full tanks as they are. It's going to be heavier off the start.
Yeah, exactly. Although Chris Bailey seems to be a bit off pace now because Calvin's caught right back up to him.
Yeah, he's dropped out at 2 seconds now out of Micromash.
And here goes Calvin through into P2.
I wonder if this is Bailey just thinking, let me see your pace for a little bit.
Yeah. You can drag me along for a little bit now, it's fine.
See what happens. Just very commanding at the moment for Micromash. Just keeping the pace, keeping the gap nicely.
Yeah, I mean, the advantage to Micromash now is with that gap, he can actually afford a little bit of tyre preservation now.
He can look at what he's doing on his own tyres, he can keep it clean, he's got no cars in front of him, clean air. He's in the perfect conditions at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, because it's basically most of the race is just one long DRS train, it's all just kind of status quo at the moment.
It is. No one's really breaking away. No one's not trying to get a gap on anybody at the moment, isn't it? It's you say, it's just equal. Everyone's equalised out.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 seconds for Jules, unfortunately. What's going to be very interesting is the time of pit stops. That's where things are going to get shaken up.
It will, because it's a very long pit lane here, which is the only disadvantage of the place. It's a very long pit lane and a very slow one at that too.
Yeah. So do you overcut, do you undercut, which is actually going to end up being more effective?
Or do you try, or do you hope for, again, a certain something which we can't mention, otherwise it will happen?
Do you mean a safety car?
Yes.
Yes, I want one to happen. I love a safety car. And we didn't get one in Tier 2, so it's about time we had a race with one.
I think we had a virtual in Tier 2.
Yeah, that was caused by me.
Oh, that's what it was.
That was my wheel going, lol, nope. Is Nev going to get the move done on Fox here? It's going to be close. No, Fox holds on. Armar is still on the fringe of the points here.
He's making a very good case for himself tonight.
He is.
If he can hold his own with this sort of company, he's going to be a frightening prospect in Tier 2 next season.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting this man to be looking at a title next season. 100%.
I cannot disagree with you there, and I know he's not been doing this for not that long. I think he's only been here doing it, to say the racing for only a few months, I think he said to me.
This is his second season in MRC, and he didn't start MRC long after he just started playing the game. And he's no assists.
And he's this talented already.
Mm-hmm. It's disgusting, isn't it?
It's frightening.
Yeah. Because last season he spent the whole season going, oh, go no assist, it's great, go no assist. And I was like, no, absolutely not. But he's right, it's just better.
Debatable for me at the moment.
If you've got the kind of kit that enables no assist racing, it's just better.
I don't.
Yeah, a G29 is it is a good wheel, but when you start dropping assist, you start to realise that, oh, I can't feel this, and I'm not aware of this, and you start to poke the holes in it a bit. I say this as someone who owned a G29 for a very long time.
I still do.
I enjoyed the wheel, and I had a few race wins on that wheel, and I have a very big soft spot for it, but now that I've gone on to different wheels, I do notice the difference.
Good to know. Oh, 3 wide going down to Stowe.
Chris Bailey, Saviour and Calvin all together. Chris Bailey's going to go ahead. Saviour's still there on Calvin. And he gets the move done into the final complex.
That was driving. By all 3 of them.
That was not only ambitious, it was absolutely spectacular.
It was ambitious, but not rubbish.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure that's a Top Gear quote, yeah.
Thank you. Someone was on the ball.
Oh, yeah. I spent all of my younger years watching Top Gear. All 3 seconds for dumbest.
It's a shame now, unfortunate, that they have parted ways for a little bit.
Very unfortunate.
It is, but let's keep us all entertained with this race, shall we? As I think we've got Red Bulls versus Red Bull now.
Yeah, and Nev got past Fox, but Fox is hanging on to the back of him quite nicely, so this battle may not be over yet.
The Fox is not letting the duck get away.
Absolutely not. And Almar's up to P10.
He's in the points.
And is looking very, very strong through Maggots Beckett. Had to lift off a bit. Go on.
2 Red Bulls actually racing each other. We haven't seen that in real life.
Oh, good grief. No, that doesn't happen. One of you needs to accept your place as Perez and get down to about P15.
Although Reese is coming into the pit lane now.
Yeah, time to get off those softs. But he's done well to get him to lap 12.
What tyres is going on to? He's going on to the mediums.
Yeah. Soft medium. It's a valid thing around here, I reckon. I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Bailey tries to push the mediums to lap 15, 16 and goes for softs to the end.
It's a possibility. It depends on if you save the set after qualifying.
Yeah, I had zero faith in the soft medium strategy, so just use all my softs. But that might be why he did an inters run in quali.
He did an inters run, he did a medium run, he did a soft run, I think. So I think he should have 2 sets for it.
Yeah. So I think we figured you out, Mr. Bailey.
I think we have. I think this DRS trend is breaking up a little bit more now. People pitting.
Is Fox going to get a move on Nev here? He's got the DRS.
I'm having a look at Armor Red, see if he's going to try G-Star to Stowe.
Oh, G-Star's got some monstrous straight line speed. But Fox stays ahead. Micromash has finally pitted as well. Saviour got past Bailey, I missed that one.
Once again, the eternal enemies are back on track together.
Oh, yes.
I don't know how they keep running into each other on circuit.
Same as me and Armar, they're just very similar paces.
Speak of the devil, he is having a look around still at G-Stars, rear of that Williams.
I say we're similar paces. I'm not sure I'd be where Armar is if I was doing Tier 1 right now.
Yeah,
this is a spectacular race from... not sure about that one.
You do better than me.
If my wheel doesn't pack in, then possibly. Otherwise, I'm in the wall between turns 2 and 3.
I am going to have a quick check. Oh, Micromaster has a bit of traffic. Reese is with him. Reese is actually close to him. And I think they both have pitted.
So what we've learned is that the undercut is very, very powerful here.
Speaking of the undercut, the Saviour is in.
Interesting. Fox River up to P3 for the moment.
Because Reese was not this close to Micromash. For the pit
no, he absolutely
he's
wasn't.
Very racy with him. And Micromash is going around the outside of Lorby.
Oh, and Reese gets 3 seconds. That's gonna hurt him.
Oh, he's gonna be fuming because of the 3 seconds and Lorby holding him up.
He's got through Loppy pretty quickly, to be fair.
Armar's done his pit stop. He's coming out P16. Hard tyres for the Mercedes man.
And now here comes the fight back. See how his undercut works.
Rosa Sky's going a little bit wide off that first complex. I'm just keeping an eye where Micromash is because he's having to fight through a bit of traffic to get on his outlap. Reese hasn't left him alone yet. He's got the Aston Martin coming up now.
Yeah.
This is good news for Chris at the moment because as if Micromash is getting caught in this traffic. It's going to make his outlaps a lot slower.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris is really trying to extend these mediums to get a better soft run at the end.
I think he is, yeah. Chatty Ducky is in, as so is G-Star.
Fox stays out for another lap.
Yeah, I'm still thinking, again, Reese and Micromaster are still going at it. Wheel to wheel. Reese has not left that Haas alone.
He has not.
Micromash
Gets a very good run out of the final corner.
I think he's got him. He's through.
Too wide through the first corner. They get through, and Dumbest Hornet's there as well. Had half a look. Of course, Dumbest Hornet hasn't... Has he pitted? No, he started on the hards. So he's going to be going super long here on those hards, I would think.
He's going to have a very good run on the softs in the last few laps.
He's going to have a very, very nice last stint, I would think. It just depends how bad that final stint is going to push him. He's sitting here, hoping for that which shall not be named.
Yeah, and I actually think, is Reese actually gapping Micromash now?
I think he is a bit, you know?
He's getting away from him.
Dumbest Hornet's hanging in there on his old hards.
Yeah, he's not... the Aston Martin has not been dropped by the Red Bull and the Haas yet.
As someone who I can reliably inform you has done about 6 laps of practice, he's doing very well here tonight.
The leaders are in.
So let's jump on board with Micromash and Reese and see just how much Chris Bailey's going to lose out here.
Soft tyres for the Red Bull. Both are on soft tyres. It's not going to be a lot, I don't think.
I'd say probably 3 or 4 seconds.
But I think with the fresher tyres, I think Chris could actually still chase him down.
Yeah, I think so.
He's out ahead.
He's come out between Saviour and Hornet. The two Chris's are together on track.
He's got out ahead of Hornet, which is the main thing, because Hornet's going to be on those older hard tyres. And Bailey now has the clean air to go after Saviour, Micromash, and Reese.
Absolutely.
But again, Reese is still holding Micromash at bay. He's not been able to get back through yet.
Yeah, no, they're still going at it.
They are, as Ant and Fox River are still having a nice little jaunt on their merry way.
How long are they going to go? Ant's obviously on the hards, like Dumbest Hornet. Fox is on the mediums. How long does Fox go before he gets onto those softs? He goes another lap.
They both do. This is very interesting.
They are praying for a safety car.
Micromash has got past Reese.
The advantage that Reese and Micromash have is that, although they're fighting, they are giving each other DRS.
Yeah, but if they keep fighting, that's gonna bring Saviour and Chris right back into play here.
Well, that is the other issue, yeah. Dumbest Hornet has pitted.
Jules with the fastest lap.
I'm assuming Dumbest Hornet will have gone for he's gone for mediums. Interesting tactic.
Yeah, I think he just probably wants to be safe and get the car over the line.
Yeah.
This Micromash and Reese battle, it's not over yet. I don't think.
No, I would imagine they're gonna keep going to the end now.
Yep, this is gonna be a complete dogfight now for a few laps.
And actually, Fox is doing really, really well on those old mediums, keeping Ant at bay.
He is, but I think he's gonna have to pit soon.
He keeps going.
Again.
I think Fox is going to go until the last possible minute, hoping for a safety car.
I'm betting those tyres are not liking it.
Well, he's, like I say, considering he's got Ant behind him on the hards, which should last a lot better, Ant is not closing that gap particularly.
No, it's very much status quo at the minute. It's not. They're really. Ant's not trying to break. He's not breaking into Fox River's DRS. He's keeping the DRS, but Fox is just keeping him back at a healthy distance.
Yeah, absolutely. Ant had a better run through Luffield. And a better exit.
He is, but I don't think he's going to be crazy enough to try and move into cops, though.
No, he's not that close.
Of course, we all know what happens when that try and make a move in that corner and it goes wrong.
Yes.
Let's not mention the 2021 race again, shall we?
Yeah. Ant is a lot closer this time. He's going to take the lead from Fox, potentially. Oh, he's not quite close enough.
He was looking at the outside of Stowe.
He was only about 3/10 behind, but Fox just very assertively moved to the left and said, I'm closing this door.
He slammed it right in his face.
But in a safe manner.
I'll tell you what, something as well. Even with Chris on the soft tyres, he's not massively closing Saviour in.
Saviour's not closing on Micromash, and Chris is not closing on Saviour.
Yeah, this is... A lot of the tyre advantage is getting mitigated here tonight.
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
Although we still have all cars running in this final Grand Prix.
We do, which is very nice to see.
Just proves the cream of the crop.
Absolutely.
We have here in MRC.
Oh, Ant is pushing Fox through cops.
I'm just having a quick nip rant down the grid, and I'm just having a quick look at LRL and G-Star still having a go at each other quite nicely.
Is Ant going to get the run this time? He got a better run out of Chapel.
He's going to have the go, I think.
He's alongside.
He's closer this time. He's through.
He's through.
Oh, Ant goes to the pits.
Oh, Ant goes to the pits. Fox doesn't.
Oh, Ant was so close to the limit. I think he just got it 2 miles an hour under.
Now, this is going to be very interesting, because Fox now, if he's got someone engineering him, he knows exactly where he's going to come out if he pits right now.
It's amazing as well that he's managed to get those mediums longer than Ant does on hards.
19 laps on a set of mediums. That is absolutely disgusting.
And especially as well, Ant is not one of the most aggressive drivers on his tyres. He can make them go long.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what Pirelli's done to Fox Rivers tyres tonight, but
so Ant came out in P14.
He's nursed those tyres through.
Yeah. So Fox is currently thinking, if I don't get a safety car,
I'm screwed.
I'm not getting points tonight. But I hate to say it.
I don't think we're going to get
one. And
I
don't want to jinx it, but I don't think we're going to get one tonight at this point.
No, everyone's been very clean. Everyone's been very safe. Everyone's been very safe and considerate on their moves tonight.
Yeah. I am... Yeah, Fox, I think, unfortunately, at a certain point, and he's not going to do it, is going to have to take the L and just pit.
Yeah, but he's going to run the risk of possibly having a puncture as well soon.
Yeah, there is also that possibility.
And especially with how many high-speed corners there are here, there's going to be a lot of strain on those tyres.
Absolutely. So interestingly, Saviour has now closed the gap to Reese slightly, but Bailey's fallen back away from Saviour.
I wonder if those softs, I wonder if he's been caning them too much.
He might well be. Here comes Reese and Micromash, takes 78, and he's going to stay behind for the moment.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and get him on the hanger straight later on around the lap. It's a longer straight, isn't it, compared to the Wellington one?
Well, yeah. And gets past Sam Flan.
For the P12. to try and get onto the back of this big train up here for P11, P10. Oh,
there's a yellow flag.
I think it might have been Sose, I'm not too sure, but all clear.
I thought that might have been the moment that would have saved Fox River 8.
He's still going.
I mean...
Is he trying to do an Alex Albon?
Okay. On the one hand, bravo. Absolutely spectacular stint on the mediums. You've taken them a long way. We're all unbelievably impressed. On the other hand, get in the pits.
I think he's going to have to. I just had a quick look at the last laps he did compared to Micromash, and it's nearly about a second slower.
Yeah, it's the safety car's not coming, mate.
I don't think it's going to.
You've just got to accept defeat at this point. It's a spectacular stint. Really amazing, but...
Yeah, impressive, don't get us wrong, Fox. But this is... I think you've rolled the dice and lost on this one a little bit.
Incredibly impressive. Taking the mediums that far. Which should not be possible.
That is Checo Perez levels of tyre whistling.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 seconds for Nev. I think Reese is going to get the move on Micromash here. Oh no, he's going to stay behind.
Very odd. He's going again.
I wonder if he's listening to the stream. Because I game with Fox. I wonder whether he's listening to the stream and he's just going, screw you, Simon, I'm going to stay out as long as I can.
Yeah, he's giving both of us the figurative middle finger here.
Quite possibly, yeah. But he does get 3 seconds now as well, which does not help.
It's got to be the tyre wear.
I'm honestly amazed he doesn't have a puncture yet. I am amazed.
Yeah, me too. I think the leaders are on the same straight as... Micromash and Reese are on the same straight as him now.
Yeah. They've caught right back up.
They have, and he's going to be a sitting duck, I think, in a minute or two.
Yeah, he is, and considering Reese didn't get the move done, if they catch up too quickly, then he's actually in a pickle, because Micromash could get some DRS from Fox.
Yeah, I think he's going to... this rate, and I don't think he's going to be in trouble coming into the next straight.
It is a nice exit from Reese.
Doesn't have it. Micromash doesn't have it.
Reese did not open his DRS, interestingly.
I wonder if he's trying to dupe it. Finally!
Well done, Fox. That is a driver of the day worthy stint on mediums, to be fair.
I think I can hear those mediums crying out now. Just thinking,
yeah.
Get us off the car ASAP.
I've had enough.
Although, is he going... He may sneak a point or two.
Is Mahmudev going to get past him? He is.
Yeah,
he'll get out ahead of Arm. Will he get out? He won't. He waited too long.
The fight, the attempt was worth it. But
it was a valiant attempt.
Having a nice little fight here. A bit further up the track.
Yeah, we've got a nice little DRS train here.
Reese versus Micromash.
Round number too many.
Yep. I wonder if Saviour is just looking ahead, looking at both of them, just thinking, okay, if you boys start fighting a little bit, I'm going to be in the pound seat here.
Reese is being very clever. He's not opening his DRS. He's long shifting 7th rather than going to 8th. He's just biding his time.
I wonder if he's waiting for a certain point. I wonder if he's trying to actually force Micromash into a mistake a little bit and get the 3 seconds.
Either force him into a mistake or overtake him at the last minute, but with his 3 seconds, he doesn't want to leave it too late.
No, he just needs to get a gap out. I think it may be the former option, because I think that's his only hope at the moment.
Yeah,
try and get Micromash in 3 seconds and then try and overtake him then.
Yeah, absolutely. But Micromash just looks steady as anything, I have to say.
He's been absorbing the pressure from Reese very nicely.
Well, he's in a very good position.
Oh, there's a car off it.
I thought that was going to be a safety car then, and I was like, Fox is going to be absolutely kicking himself. He didn't go 2 more laps, but it's not.
It's Bergen. He's just doing a little bit of rallycross.
Ah, unfortunate.
Yeah, Saviour's still within 2 seconds at the front two.
Yeah, he's hanging in there, but I don't think he's going to get anything done at this point.
No, I think he's going to need some action ahead of him to break it up as we start the final lap of the season.
Yeah, here we go, and it's still Micromash and Reese, literally Reese pushing Micromash around the track.
I think he'll be able to draw the back of that diffuser from the Haas diffuser from memory by the end of tonight.
Oh yeah. And LRL is still on the back of Calvin with Nev and G-Star.
Reese has got one last opportunity. He's going to probably have to try to stow, I think.
I think that's all he can do. He'll be happy to take it on track, I think, even if he doesn't keep the win.
Yeah, it's more of a pride thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, as Micromash runs wide, but does not get a penalty.
That's the key thing, and Reese should be cursing himself.
Now's his time to try and get past Micromash. He's got the speed. Oh, whoa! He pulled out so late.
That was nearly a crash.
I am not sure what happened there.
I think Micromash is going to hold it.
Micromash will cross the line in first.
He is. He wins the final race.
Followed by Reese and Saviour's going to jump him for P2. Chris Bailey P4. And then we've got Calvin, Nev, who will lose out to LRL. And G-Star and Ant. And Jules in P10. Here comes Sam Flan in P11. A very nice drive from him. He's been struggling for points all season, and that is a very good drive from him. Armar in P12. Very, very good from Armar. Fox got so close to P12 there.
He did. I think he just waited a couple more laps than he should have.
Yeah, absolutely. If he'd pit 2 or 3 laps earlier, he'd be up with Ant.
There's a possibility. Low P15.
Dumbest Hornet P17. Here comes Rosa Sky in P18. Era Voice just coming down the hangar straight now.
With Bergen in tow.
Well, that was a very intense race for the final race of the season for the Tier 1 boys, putting on a show to the finish.
It was. They made us work for it, and they...
Absolutely. There's Era Voice, and coming across the line in P20 will be Bergen.
To finish the season.
Yep, season 14, our first season on F124 is done for the Tier 1 boys. And we'll watch the podium celebration, as for once it's not Ugoni.
Feels weird saying that.
Doesn't it just?
Little bit.
There we go. That's enough podium celebrating. So your provisional finishing position. Micromash takes first with Saviour and Reese rounding out the podium, followed by Chris Bailey, Calvin, LRL, G-Star Snipes, Ant, Nev, and Jules. Followed by Samflan, Armar, Fox River 8, Kisa Soze, Loppy, Cowboy, Dumbest Hornet, Rosa Sky, Era Voice, and Bergen. So who is your nomination for Driver of the Day?
I know it's probably the boring answer, but I'm probably have to give it to Micromash. Managed the race spectacularly, kept the pressure from Reese, didn't crack, and he got the rewards for it and got the win.
I'm going to go the other way and say Reese, who started in P10, was fighting for P1 for most of that race, and only lost out from P2 on a penalty. I think that was a great drive from him. But a special shout out to Fox, who did a disgusting amount of laps on those medium tyres, did a spectacular stint. So thank you all for joining us for what was the Tier 1 finale. You will not see the Tier 1 boys for the next 2 weeks. We are taking a break for. There will be a couple of reruns in the off-season, which we hope you will join us for. And we've still got Tier 3 happening at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, and the Extreme Boys at 8:45 to round off the season. And thank you for joining me, Monster. It's been a pleasure.
It has been, and sorry to see the end of the season, but as you've said, Simon, we shall be back in 2 weeks.
Absolutely, we'll be back, and we've got a whole new set of tracks, and we are looking forward to it. So thank you for joining us. We'll see you all very soon. Good night.
Good night, everybody.